There is a psychological trigger hardwired into the American brain that Detroit has been monetizing for over half a century. The moment you see a vehicle with a flat vertical hood, 90-degree door corners, exposed hinges, and a grille the size of a storm drain, something primitive inside you stops calculating and starts feeling. It registers one word: invincibility. This is the exact mechanism that allows a Jeep Wrangler to command a $60,000 price tag on a platform engineered in the early 1990s. It is why Ford resurrected the Bronco nameplate in 2021 and watched pre-orders collapse the company's reservation servers within hours. These are not just vehicles. They are psychological artifacts. They sell you the sensation that you could drive through a flooded Colorado canyon, across a Wyoming boulder field, or down a washed-out Texas back road, even if the most extreme terrain you encounter is the gravel parking lot of a Bass Pro Shops. Detroit understood this equation for decades. Right angles equal ruggedness. Ruggedness equals command over chaos. Command over chaos equals a premium price that the American consumer will pay without hesitation. But there is a fundamental question that the industry has never wanted you to ask. What happens when an outside force separates the psychological trigger from the price tag entirely? That question now has a physical answer, and it is being manufactured in Wuhu, China. The vehicle in question is called the Jaecoo J6. In its home market, it carries the designation Chery Icar 03, a name that reads like a budget appliance brand, something you might find between the blenders and the air fryers at a warehouse store. The naming is deliberate misdirection, because the moment you stand next to this vehicle, the misdirection evaporates. This is a full compact SUV. It measures 4.40 meters in length and 1.91 meters wide, wider than a Jeep Wrangler 4-door at 1.88 meters, and longer than a Ford Bronco 4-door at 4.33 meters. It does not arrive at a stoplight like a city car. It arrives like a statement. The flat, imposing hood and the monolithic front fascia activate the same neural pathway as every boxy American off-roader you have ever respected. But the engineers at Chery did not build this vehicle to compete with the Wrangler on nostalgia. They built it to make the engineering logic that props up a $60,000 Wrangler look like a legacy system running on borrowed time. Today, we're going to use forensic engineering to examine exactly what is inside this machine, and precisely why the executives in Auburn Hills, Dearborn, and Stuttgart are paying very close attention. To understand the industrial threat the Jaecoo J6 represents, you first have to understand the manufacturing gospel that has governed Detroit for the past 8 decades. If you are a program engineer at Ford or GM tasked with building a compact SUV, the cost equation is non-negotiable. You stamp the structural body from high-strength steel. You use cheaper mild steel for the door skins and closures. You cover the rest in plastic cladding. Steel is predictable, weldable, and cheap at scale. Every financial model in the building is built around it. The Jeep Wrangler, America's most iconic off-roader, is built around it. The Ford Bronco is built around it. This is not laziness. It is decades of optimized industrial logic. Chery discarded that logic on the first day of the J6's engineering program. The reason is physics. The Jaecoo J6 is shaped like a brick, a deliberate, culturally loaded brick that triggers the ruggedness instinct. But pushing a flat vertical surface through air at highway speed creates aerodynamic drag that consumes battery energy at a punishing rate. To mount a 69.8 kilowatt-hour battery pack large enough to deliver credible real-world range inside this geometry, the engineering team faced a brutal constraint. The battery pack itself weighs hundreds of kilograms. Every kilogram added to the structure compounds the problem. Their answer was not incremental. It was a category jump. Chery built the J6 around a multi-cavity all-aluminum body structure manufactured using Giga casting, a process that injects molten aluminum under thousands of tons of pressure to form massive single-piece structural subframes. This is not the manufacturing process of a mass-market SUV. This is the material science of Le Mans prototypes. This is the construction method that Aston Martin and Lotus reserved for cars costing north of $200,000. In the United States, Tesla was the first automaker to bring Giga casting to scale, launching it on the Model Y in 2020. Ford and GM are still in early deployment phases for comparable processes on their highest volume platforms. The result is a curb weight of approximately 1,800 kilograms. The Jeep Wrangler 4xe, the steel-bodied plug-in hybrid variant, weighs 2,132 kilograms. That 332 kilogram difference is not an abstraction. On a rocky shelf road outside Moab, Utah, at 9,000 feet of elevation, 332 kilograms is the difference between a recovery situation and forward momentum. Furthermore, steel corrodes. Every Wrangler owner in the Salt Lake City Basin in northern Michigan or along the Maine coast understands the calculus of road salt and rust, the slow structural degradation that begins the moment winter arrives. Aluminum does not oxidize in the same manner. The J6's chassis is engineered for a 30-year structural lifespan in environments that would accelerate corrosion in a conventional steel body. And there is one more consequence of the aluminum architecture that the traditional off-road community has not fully processed: torsional rigidity. When you flex a steel-bodied SUV over a severe off-camber obstacle, the chassis distorts, doors bind, panels creak. The Jaecoo J6's extruded aluminum frame resists that flex. The doors open and close cleanly, even when the vehicle is parked on a severe cross-axle. It is not built for one off-road season. It is built like infrastructure. For the off-road community that built its identity around locking differentials, diesel low range, and the mechanical certainty of a transfer case, the idea of an electric off-roader triggers a specific visceral anxiety. It is not irrational. The human brain correctly identifies that high-voltage electricity and standing water are a lethal combination. The thought of submerging a battery pack and onboard control modules into a river crossing on a trail in the Ouachita National Forest or into a flash flood channel outside of Tucson produces a type of dread that no spec sheet has historically been able to answer. The Jaecoo J6 answers it with an engineering standard, not a marketing claim. The entire high-voltage architecture of the J6, the battery pack, the motor controllers, the power distribution units, carries an IP68 certification. This is not the trail-rated badge that Jeep applies to the Wrangler, which corresponds roughly to a water fording depth of 76 centimeters under controlled conditions. IP68 is a hermetic seal standard. It means sustained continuous submersion in water, without catastrophic electrical failure. These are not the same category of protection. On the power delivery side, the dual-motor all-wheel drive configuration produces a combined output of approximately 280 brake horsepower and 385 Newton-meters of torque. That torque figure requires context to understand properly. A Ram 1500 TRX, the 702 horsepower supercharged V8 that Ram positions as the ultimate American performance truck, produces 881 Newton-meters of torque. But that peak figure arrives at 4,800 revolutions per minute. At idle at 500 revolutions per minute, at 1,000 revolutions per minute, the crankshaft is generating a fraction of that number. The driver must build engine speed to access the power. The Jaecoo J6 delivers its full 385 Newton-meters the millisecond the throttle is contacted at 0 revolutions per minute on a 30-degree slope in 6 inches of standing water on a loose shale surface in Colorado. There is no spool up. There is no torque curve to climb. The power is simply there instantly in both axles simultaneously. That is a fundamentally different tool than anything with a combustion engine, and it is a tool that the American off-road market has not yet fully reckoned with. The most dangerous competitor is not the one that beats you on your own terms. It is the one that changes the terms entirely. The Jaecoo J6 carries approach and departure angles of 26 degrees and 29 degrees respectively, numbers that a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon at 44 degrees approach and 37 degrees departure surpasses without contest. On a pure geometry basis, the Wrangler still owns the extreme end of the trail. That is an honest assessment, and it matters. But Chery's engineers did not attempt to win that fight with geometry. They rendered the fight irrelevant with computation. Engage the J6's 540-degree transparent chassis mode on the 15.6-inch central display, and the physical aluminum body of the vehicle disappears from your perception entirely. High-definition cameras mounted beneath the wing mirrors embedded in the front fascia and integrated into the tailgate feed simultaneous video streams into the onboard processor. That processor cross-references vehicle speed, steering angle, and real-time suspension travel data to interpolate and stitch a live three-dimensional mesh of the ground beneath the chassis, rendered on screen as if the bodywork simply does not exist. You are not looking at a camera feed. You are looking at a computed terrain model updated continuously, showing you the exact placement of your front tires relative to the rocks ruts and drop-offs beneath them. The Ford Bronco offers a forward-facing camera as an optional aid system. The Jeep Wrangler offers no equivalent at any trim level. The J6 wraps the entire chassis perimeter in computational awareness and presents it to the driver as a single synthesized view. What Chery understood, and what Detroit has not yet built into a production vehicle at this price point, is that the limiting factor in off-road capability is not approach angle. It is driver anxiety. It is the inability to see the ground. The J6 eliminates that anxiety not by engineering better geometry, but by giving the driver perfect information. At 200 millimeters of ground clearance paired with this level of terrain visualization, the J6 accesses terrain that a less informed driver in a more capable vehicle would abort. Information deployed correctly replaces hardware. There is a specific kind of dread that every driver experiences the first time they take a tall, boxy SUV onto a fast, winding road. The vehicle leans. It leans more than expected. The steering goes vague. The body rolls outward in a corner like a ship taking on water, and the sensation transmitted through the seat tells your nervous system that you are operating something fundamentally unstable. Every traditional high-riding off-roader, the Wrangler, the Bronco, the first-generation 4Runner, teaches you this lesson immediately. You learn to drive them slowly on pavement. You accept the compromise. That is the tax you pay for ground clearance. The Jaecoo J6, in its physical form, presents every visual cue of that compromise. It is tall. It is boxy. It has the proportions of a vehicle that should understeer wide in a corner and lean at every highway on-ramp. It does not behave that way, and the reason is a law of physics that the electric architecture exploits completely. The dynamic behavior of a vehicle in a corner is governed by one primary variable: the height of its heaviest components above the ground. Raise the heavy mass and the vehicle rolls. Lower it, and it plants. In a conventional SUV, the Wrangler, the Bronco, the Tahoe, the engine sits high in the nose, the transmission occupies the tunnel, and the fuel tank rides above the rear axle. The mass is distributed vertically throughout the structure. The J6's 69.8 kilowatt-hour battery pack, the single heaviest component in the vehicle, is bolted directly to the floor pan, running the full length of the wheelbase at the absolute lowest point of the chassis. To the eye, the vehicle presents the silhouette of a tall off-roader. To the laws of physics, the mass is organized like a wide, flat sports saloon. The center of gravity sits lower than most passenger cars on the American market. To capitalize on this mechanical advantage, Chery deployed McPherson strut independent suspension at the front axle and a multi-link independent setup at the rear. The same architecture used on performance sedans, not truck-based SUVs. When you drive this 1,800 kilogram vehicle into a sharp corner at 60 miles per hour on a Nevada highway, the body does not lean the way your instincts predict. It stays composed. It stays controlled. And then the torque vectoring system takes over. Mechanical four-wheel drive systems, the kind fitted to every Wrangler and Bronco, use transfer cases and reactive locking differentials. When a wheel loses traction, the mechanical system detects the slip, then redistributes torque through hardware. That process takes between 0.5 and 1.0 seconds from slip detection to correction. In a corner at 60 miles per hour, 0.5 seconds is 44 feet of uncontrolled lateral movement. The J6's dual motor architecture monitors each wheel's rotational speed and slip condition at the microsecond level, 1/1,000,000th of a second per reading cycle. The moment the inside rear wheel begins losing grip in a wet corner on US 50 west of Ely, Nevada, the system does not wait for hardware to engage. It cuts power to that wheel and routes it to the outside wheels with a response time that has no mechanical analog. The nose is pushed back into the apex before the driver's nervous system has registered that anything changed. The driver feels like a professional. They are not aware that a distributed network of sensors and algorithms is actively managing their survival at every corner exit. There is one design detail on the Jaecoo J6 that functions as a precise summary of everything this vehicle represents, and it is mounted to the side hinge tailgate. Every off-road instinct you have developed over years of looking at Broncos, Wranglers, and FJ Cruisers will tell you the same thing: that square boxy housing on the rear door is a spare tire carrier. It is perhaps the most iconic visual signature of the serious off-roader. It says, "I go places where tires get destroyed and I came prepared." Open the housing. There's no spare tire. It is a sealed external storage compartment, designed to hold muddy recovery gear, wet boots, a draining water bladder, or a coiled charging cable without those items ever entering the cabin. It is a cargo solution engineered for exactly the use cases that define serious trail driving in Colorado, in the Cascades, in the hill country of Central Texas. Chery has taken the most emotionally loaded symbol of American off-road culture, preserved its visual language perfectly, and replaced its function entirely. That is not an accident of design. That is a deliberate statement about the relationship between form and function, and about who now controls that relationship. Inside the cabin, the disruption continues without apology. Where legacy manufacturers Jeep, Ford, GM still fill their dashboards with banks of physical switches, dedicated knobs, and separate instrument clusters designed to make the driver feel like they are operating mission-critical hardware, the J6 strips it all away. The interior is architecturally clean. Nearly every function is routed through a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8155 processor, the same chipset generation used in flagship smartphones, turning the cabin into a quiet, controlled environment. Acoustic glass, in the absence of a combustion powertrain, eliminate the noise, vibration, and harshness that conventional off-roaders normalize as the price of capability. Now step back and look at the full picture. The Chinese automotive industry spent 2 decades being dismissed as a manufacturer of inexpensive imitations vehicles that copied Western proportions but could not match Western engineering. The American industry and American consumers built a comfortable narrative around that assessment. It justified the price premiums. It justified the complacency. The Jaecoo J6 is evidence that the narrative has expired. What Chery has done and what the broader Chinese industry is doing at scale is not copying. It is identifying the specific emotional architecture that makes American consumers pay $60,000 for a Wrangler or $70,000 for a Bronco Raptor. The ruggedness instinct, the invincibility signal, the identity purchase, and then they are fulfilling that emotional contract with a technical stack, aluminum Giga casting, IP68 sealing microsecond torque, vectoring, computational terrain visualization that the legacy manufacturers cannot currently replicate at a comparable price point. Detroit built its franchise on the premise that engineering superiority and emotional resonance were the same thing. For 70 years, that premise held. The Jaecoo J6 is a data point indicating that the separation has begun. The vehicle that activates the ruggedness instinct in your brain may no longer be the vehicle built in Michigan, and the executives in Dearborn know it. The question is whether the response arrives before the market registers the shift or after.